Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. All right, today I'm reviewing the new cigar or the counterpart to a cigar reviewed already for the new Aging Room Quattro Nicaragua. The last time we did a review with them was just about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it was the Maestro, the Bellicoso 6x52. Today we look at the Vibrato 6x54, which is right up my alley as far as my favorite size. Also box pressed, but here it is, the Aging Room Quattro Nicaragua Vibrato. And it is box pressed. Look at that shine. Look at that. Look at that corner right here. There's your density. Now this looks like a little brown stick, brown block. You could almost call it chocolate looking, but this is all Nicaraguan. This is not any. It's not any Maduro tobacco in it. Wrapper Nicaraguan. This is again a combination collaboration between AJ Fernandez and Rafael Nodal. They're made in AJ's factory, and you can read all about it on the blog. We just went over this 2 or 3 weeks ago. Read about it, where the origin and everything. But we're going to get right to it because I'm anxious to have this cigar. It's just, I love it. I love that size. I love it. The new Aging Room Quattro Nicaragua Vibrato. All right, this is, like I said, a little. It's rectangular-ish, but it's almost perfectly square. I mean, it's pretty close. Pretty dark, pretty dense feeling. Has a real good feel in the hand. That is an exceptional draw. Can't get any better than that, folks. All right. Well, your first flavors are very much like they were with the other Bellicoso, but it's a candy-like orange citrus, very much like the Pez candy. Again, there is a lot of leather, a lot of nutmeg, a lot of black coffee, and almost a whole lot of black pepper. Black pepper is 7.5, between 7 and 7.5. The pepper is not fantastically high, but the mix of the orange candy-like citrus with the nutmeg and leather and coffee, or is it brown sugar? There's plenty of brown sugar and cinnamon. But it's the mix in this size that I wanted to come back and talk about. It's very balanced, or the proportions are just right for someone like me. And I say that because this is the type of a flavor that I like in a cigar. A lot of nutmeg. It's very creamy, somewhat dry aspects to it, but very creamy nutmeg. A lot of leather, fresh, clean leather. Okay, enough about the initial flavors. Let's get to the first third. Here at the first third, and look at that burn line, and look at the ash that fell off. It is just perfect. You know how in the past I've said that a lot of times when you have larger ring cigars, the extra tobacco washes out the flavors. And that's true in most cases. In the case of this cigar, it adds everything to me. The added flavors combine to make a soup of a fantastic tasting cigar. Everything's just mixed so well. If you take those flavors that I told you that were in this cigar and mix them in the bowl of your mind, that's what you have. It's pretty evenly distributed of all the flavors. I guess the black coffee is probably the lowest, but the citrus and leather and nutmeg, brown sugar and cinnamon, wow, it's very good. It's a high-end medium bodied. You could almost call it medium to full. The finish is rather leathery, nice lingering black pepper. And a little cream. It's a leathery cream. But the lingering black pepper is nice. But you know, the Bellicoso had basically the same flavors, but it didn't have quite this excitement for me. It was good, and this is good, but I like this size because of the extra tobacco and the flavors you get. First third, I'm going with 94. I think I might be a little conservative there, but I'm going with 94. So let's see what the second third brings. Well, we're through with the second third. Now, in this second third, the leather and nutmeg and coffee made a tremendous surge forward. The citrus took a slight step backwards, but you still had enough there of the sweeter notes that I'm not letting it affect this score. The mix is still very good. It is full bodied now. We sort of jumped right up there. The finish is unchanged. But the only difference in this segment and the last segment is that instead of the cigar being dead balanced, in my opinion, is that the darker, heavier notes took a little bit of the lead. I like this cigar. I'm going to maintain the 94 score for the second third, even though the sweeter notes dipped a little bit. It's not enough to make me go, it's just, they dipped a little bit. But be aware of that. You still have good flavors. And now, power. So I want to see what the final third does with those sweeter notes and darker notes or heavier notes, if they're going to maintain this level. If it slides much more, I'll have to drop it. But for now, I'm holding it 94. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. There was a slight decrease in the citrus notes, so I am, for the final third, going to lower the score to 93. I still like this cigar a lot, and I believe that it will even out with more time in the humidor. This dip in the citrus does not really bother me. I can see where these cigars will improve with a little more time in the humidor. It's good right now. I have no problem with it right now. I've had several, many, and I will continue to have them. So you've got a lower citrus note, high nutmeg, high leather, high coffee. Peppers are very good, full bodied, finishes unchanged. This is a good cigar. I prefer this to the Bellicoso. This is a personal note. I prefer this to the Bellicoso scored 93. Okay. So it's not like this is light years difference than that one, but I prefer this size and these flavors. Final score is 93.67. In Tim World, that's enough of a difference to be a big difference. 93.67, 93 is big enough. Because if I were to round this up like I did last year, this would be a 94, right where I was thinking it might be initially. So, all in all, both are good cigars. I just prefer this size. So there you have it. The Aging Room Quattro Nicaragua Vibrato. Come on, Tim. The Toro size, 6x54. Just a beautiful cigar. If you didn't smoke it, you could look at it all day. 93.67.